Hi. So if you're having trouble seeing all your students on Hapara highlights, there's a few things that you should try. The first thing to check is to make sure that they're logged into Chrome. If you're on a Chromebook, like me, the easiest way to get them to check that is to go down in the corner, click on the time, and be able to see the name that shows up here. It's also in settings. Um, so they can go into settings and you can see people and you can make sure that they've signed in with the correct account. You can see multiple accounts if they've added that. And you can make sure that they're signed in with their school account. The other thing is to make sure that they've actually signed into the Chromebook with their main account. And you can log out by going to the, over to the section here where it says sign out. So they can just sign out and then sign in again with their correct email address. That's the easiest way on a Chromebook.
If you're still not seeing your students showing up on Hapara and they are online on your Google Meet, there's a couple more things you can try. If they're on a Windows device in particular or a Mac, make sure that they are using the Chrome browser, not Edge. You want to look down in the taskbar and be able to see what browser they're using. It needs to be Chrome. And then you're going to go into the top corner of Chrome where there's that little name, and you can go into settings here and be able to see who's logged in and who's not, or you can even go into manage your Google account just to be able to make sure that the students are in the correct area. It may not be a bad idea to make sure Chrome is updated, and if necessary, if this isn't showing up, go to the three dots in the very corner and go back to settings. And again, that's where you'll be able to figure out which student is logged in and why. Once you know that they are for sure logged into Chrome, the next step is to make sure that they're logged into Hapara Highlights extension. You should be able to see it in their extensions right here, that little puzzle piece. I can see this one has the extension. I'm actually going to remove it so that I can show you what it looks like to install the extension. Go into Hapara Highlights extension and click on that link. Just search Hapara Highlights extension on Google. You'll be able to find it. And then click on Add to Chrome. It will ask you to go ahead and add that extension. So you need to walk them through clicking on the white button, which is the usual color for that particular one. They want to make sure that you know what you're reading. Once it is installed, it will show up as being installed, and then you can run diagnostics. If the Hapara extension has been added and is on there, by clicking on the Hapara Highlights extension, it will actually open up a diagnostics thing, which will show you whether or not it's working. In my case, I know it will not work because I am not a student enrolled on Hapara. And so anytime you see one of these red ones, go ahead and send those diagnostics to Hapara. That means something is wrong on their end. Once you've checked your Hapara Highlights extension and they are logged into Chrome, the last thing to check is to make sure if they are logged in, you might see a couple different things. One thing you may see is students that have this little picture of a current device with multiple users. That may pop up a little error message. All you need to do is simply click that small X and it will go away. And the last little error that you might sometimes see is if a student is showing up as online, but everything is blank, and you see this little icon that shows like two screens, that means that they are logged into two different devices. If you click on that little picture, it will let you choose which device you want to see, and then that will allow you to see the correct information. I usually walk my students through logging out the other device, but that often requires some one-on-one help. Hopefully that helps you to learn a little bit more about Hapara Highlights troubleshooting, and let me know if you have any trouble because I've troubleshooted a lot of my students through this. Anyway, have a great day and see you later. Bye.